Sarah Rector was born in 1902, a time when the world was vastly different from today. Her birthplace was Indian Territory, which would later become known as Oklahoma, a land rich in history and culture. Sarah was one of 5 children, growing up in a large and close-knit family. Her family were proud members of the Muskogee or Creek Nation, a community with deep roots and traditions. They lived modestly as sharecroppers. Life was hard, and the land was unforgiving, demanding resilience and strength. But within Sarah, a spirit of resilience bloomed, a determination that would guide her through life's challenges.
The land was tough, but my spirit was tougher. I knew I had to be strong to survive and thrive.
The Muskogee, like other tribes, faced immense pressure from the U.S. government, which sought to change their way of life. This pressure culminated in the Dawes Allotment Act of 1887, a policy that would alter their lives forever. This act divided tribal lands into individual allotments, breaking up communal living and traditional land use. The government claimed this would help Native Americans assimilate into American society, promising a better future. However, it often resulted in significant land loss and exploitation, leaving many Native Americans struggling to maintain their heritage and livelihoods. Under the Dawes Act, Sarah Rector, still a child, received a land allotment. This was a significant moment in her life, marking the beginning of a journey filled with both hope and hardship. This 160-acre parcel was located in present-day Glenpool, Oklahoma. It was a vast expanse of land that held potential, yet it was fraught with challenges. The land was considered undesirable, rocky, and unsuitable for farming. Sarah's family struggled to make ends meet on this harsh terrain. They continued to toil as sharecroppers, barely scraping by. The daily grind was relentless, and the rewards were meager.
We worked the land day and night, pouring our sweat and tears into the soil, but it was never enough. The land gave little in return for our hard labor.
Their hope for a better future seemed distant. The weight of their struggles was immense. The Rector family, like many others, faced discrimination and prejudice. These societal barriers made their journey even more arduous. The harsh realities of life in the early 20th century weighed heavily upon them. Every day was a battle for survival. Sarah's spirit, however, remained unbroken. She held on to hope, believing that better days were ahead.
No matter how hard things got, no matter the obstacles we faced, I always believed there was something better out there. That belief kept us going, even in the darkest times.
In a twist of fate, oil was discovered on Sarah's land in 1911. This discovery was life-changing, altering the course of her life forever. Sarah, just a child, was suddenly thrust into wealth beyond imagination. She was only 11 years old when her life changed dramatically. The oil well on her land produced a staggering 2,500 barrels per day, an amount that was unheard of at the time. This translated to a daily income of around $300, a fortune in those days. In today's currency, that would be nearly $8,000. Imagine the impact of such wealth on a young girl's life.
The oil on Miss Rector's land is producing more than we ever expected. It's truly remarkable. It's a real gold mine, a source of immense wealth and opportunity.
News of Sarah's fortune spread quickly, capturing the attention of the nation. She became known as the richest colored girl in the world, a title that brought both admiration and scrutiny. People from all walks of life sought her out, hoping to share in her newfound wealth. Some came with genuine intentions, while others were driven by greed and opportunism. Sarah's life was forever changed by the discovery of black gold beneath the surface. Sarah's newfound wealth came at a price. She and her family faced intense scrutiny. They were bombarded with requests for loans, gifts, and business ventures.
Racial prejudice reared its ugly head.
The Rector family moved to Kansas City, Missouri, seeking a fresh start. They hoped to escape the pressures of their Oklahoma life. But even in a new city, their wealth attracted attention. Sarah's education was disrupted. Her childhood was far from ordinary. Sarah's status as a minor made her vulnerable to exploitation. The government appointed a white guardian to oversee her finances. This was a common practice at the time, often to the detriment of wealthy minors, especially if they were black.
This guardianship meant to protect her became a source of conflict.
Despite these challenges, Sarah's spirit remained unbroken. She fought to control her own wealth and destiny. Her story became a powerful example of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Sarah Rector's story is a testament to the power of resilience. Despite facing poverty, racism, and exploitation, she persevered. Her life is an inspiration.
She reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming challenges, hope and determination can prevail.
Sarah's story also serves as a stark reminder of the injustices faced by Black people and Native Americans throughout history. Her legacy compels us to fight for equality and justice for all.
Sarah Rector's story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can triumph.